What's up, my bitches? Welcome back to another episode of the Vulture Culture Podcast, the only podcast where I call you a bitch and you enjoy it. Fuck, wasn't 15 minutes in. Anyways,
I always enjoy that.
welcome to another episode of the
Uh,
Vulture Culture
well, thank
Podcast.
you. No one's ever called me a bitch before.
As you can tell, I am joined by my two co-hosts, RoxyReviews and Sirsplaysalot, and I am Evil Spirit, yeah. So welcome, fellers.
Evil spirit.
Yeah. Evil Spirit, baby! The best. If we ever do talk about Spirited Away, that'd be funny. I just call it Evil Spirited Away. Okay. Anyways.
Is this your... Oh, sorry.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, have you ever seen Men in Black before this?
Actually, that is what we're talking... Oh, wait. We're going too fast. Hold on. I gotta pull up
we're going too fast here.
Yeah. Let me get the Men in Black Wikipedia page. Wikipedia. Alright. Okay, yes, so today we are talking about Men in Black. I'm also eating an ice cream sandwich. I just want you guys to know. So if you hear me chewing on this, that's because I'm eating a ice cream sandwich. Alright, so today's episode...
They taste good.
Huh?
They taste good.
Oh, yeah, very. Alright, well, what a great start to the episode. So Men in Black is a 1997 American science fiction action comedy starring Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith as Men in Black, secret agents who monitor and police extraterrestrials. The film is directed by Barry Soinfield, based on a script by Ed Solomon that adapts the Oracle's comic series The Men in Black by Lowell Cunningham. In the film, Agent K. Jones and Agent J. Smith investigates a series of seemingly unrelated criminal activities related to the extraterrestrials who live on Earth in secret. And then there's also a few actors who are supporting roles. Linda Ferramento, Vincent, I can't pronounce anything, and Rip Torn. Oh, there's the one I can read. So yeah.
Zeus.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, from Hercules. He played Zeus.
So yeah, this is the minute.
Yeah,
nice. All right. Well, since we are here, I guess the first thing we can talk about is expectations going into this episode, or what was like our first time ever watching it. We'll start with RoxyReviews, then Sirsplaysalot, then back to moi. So go ahead, Roxy.
I think I just watched it like a couple years ago out of curiosity, because I'd actually seen Men in Black 2 first for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah.
All right. Continue. Sorry.
Oh, I will say this. I watched the first Men in Black and I was like, that's just like the 1990s equivalent of Ghostbusters.
Well, what about you, Sirsplaysalot?
Sort of.
Oh, sorry.
Except if the ghosts were living among us.
Yeah, they just kind of appeared, didn't they? I haven't watched Ghostbusters. Sorry.
Anyways, from my experience with the first movie, I think I watched it first time like during the pandemic with some online friends on another server, like, long before I met you.
All right.
I haven't seen it since recently. I've seen it again since recently.
Which was today. Or did you see it
Yeah.
other time? Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I ever watched Men in Black. Like, I've seen clips of it, but this was like my first actual time sitting down and going like, alright, let's watch Men in Black. And actually like sit through it all. Like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, so this was like a first for me. Like, all I knew was that it was about aliens and these people took them down. That's all I knew. So, going into this was very bizarre, to say the least. Because I was like, I don't really know what to expect other than aliens. That's all I know about this series, is that there's aliens and these guys. I thought for a minute they were like a bounty hunter group for aliens, where they go and track down aliens, which, I mean, I guess technically they do in this movie. But obviously it's not to the same extent as like what I thought.
Well, but they also work with aliens.
Yeah,
They're not
exactly.
just, I guess.
Well, I guess since we're kind of moving right along here, let's talk about the plot of this movie. So Roxy, you want to take it away? We'll just kind of discuss it, the plot.
I think the plot's pretty good, honestly. I mean, I think it's weird at the end that like.
Oh, wait, hold on, no, don't talk
I
about
think
the
it's weird
ending.
at the-
Don't talk about the ending. We'll talk about the ending at the end, because I do have a lot to say about that. But we'll save the ending for later. Or are you meaning like the very, very end, where it shows the marbles?
No,
Okay.
I don't. No, I don't mean that.
Okay, we'll talk about the ending
I'm.
later.
No, I was talking about something that actually affects the characters.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I think the plot's pretty good. I mean, there are some aspects of it that don't make sense, but overall, it's a very fun ride.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really care.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's a real fun story.
Mm-hmm.
It's setups and payoffs that feel earned, and what aspects don't make sense. Roxy.
Oh, I meant like during the climax, when the aliens are threatening to destroy Earth if that guy escapes, they're like they send 2 agents, one of which is being trained to stop him.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. They only send
Well-
2 people to stop what is potentially the end of their world.
Well, I think it was more the fact of those two knew about it. I'm guessing that's why.
I mean, to be fair, they had already dealt with him, not like defeating him or anything, but they
Yeah,
had
but-
already tracked him down.
Yeah, so my guess is they're like, well, if they tagged along, they would be like, oh, this is going to be harder to do because these guys actually know who they are, so they wouldn't really know who exactly to look for. Now, I get, like, they could probably be like, oh, well, just tell them, like, what they look like, but it's kind of hard to be
Tell
like...
them on the way.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, but it's kind of hard to go, like, he's like, basically just a white hillbilly who lived on the hillside whose skin looks like it's about to rip off their face. I mean, that's just basically every hillbilly. No, I'm sorry. But,
Wow.
I'm sorry. Just immediately call someone out for no reason. But, like, one of the things that I really like about the plot is the fact that, like, because I was very confused throughout the entirety of it. Was like, Jay, which is played by Will Smith, and Kay is played by Tommy Lee Jones. So if you hear us say like J or K, those are the characters.
Oh my God, JFK
No.
is the main character of Men in
No.
Black.
All they need is an F there. Maybe that's what they give the woman. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. The thing about this movie that I thought was very weird with just the whole thing about it was it feels very rushed in the beginning, like because they obviously had to get obviously had to get Jay into the Men in Black, and then they had to set up like this whole thing, which I don't get at all, because if Kay just wanted him to join, couldn't they just like go up to him and be like, hey, let's talk about this, and then it's like, you can join if you want? Like, I don't see the whole point of the whole we have military personnel who are there with us, and we have like, you go through these trainings, which I get, but like I get like he's supposed to be training, and that's like the most you see of it, but
Well,
like
he's proven his worth, because before it's like they just have to look for who they think could be useful.
What makes it even the problem is that Kay already said like, oh yeah, these guys are good, like this guy tracked down an alien, like he knew that it was an alien and he was able to take it down. instead of like instead of going like, oh, let's find the military people and let's get them trade up and tell them all this stuff, which they do tell Kay and stuff, but it just feels weird. It's like, why didn't you just tell him, hey, you saw, like, because basically he did tell him that, but then he wiped away his memory, which, yeah, I don't really fully get why you would. I mean, I get probably to set up a joke, like the joke where he's like, oh, you're, it's like, did you ever use that flash thing on me? And he's like, nope, which I thought was funny, but we'll talk about the comedy. But yeah, that was one of the big things I didn't like, was the fact of the beginning, when we first meet Kay, was like, he was like a cop.
It is a bit of a messy setup.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that doesn't bring down the movie's enjoyment, because I do like the scene where he takes the test, and like everybody's trying to like position themselves in the right way until Jay's just like, fuck it, let me pull up a table. And then when he did that,
it makes sense, because you would think, well, because once again they're tested to see if they're like creative enough to think of good solutions to alien problems and stuff like that. Because keep in mind that, like, okay, here's my personal experience with military people. There are a lot of my personal experience with military people is like, I had a teacher who was in the military in high school, and she was so caught up on random details that didn't mean shit. Mm-hmm. And I was so confused. I was like, why? What? Why? Why does this upset you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I know two people who are in the military. And actually, my grandpa served during Desert Storm.
I mean, I know what I just said. I know what I just said as a stereotype, though. Like you are trained in a certain way. There,
yeah, no, so. Definitely. I mean, I bet if I texted my grandpa, he'd be like, "Well, like he's like, yeah, I mean, that's how you acted. I mean, I know my buddy, he got in a lot of trouble because he didn't act right, but then he got his shit together."
Because isn't part of it like they sort of like strip down your identity and force you into being just like another unit or something.
I don't know fully if that's true, but maybe. I mean, I probably have to ask him, because he said, like, I mean, he's home now. I can probably just drive to his house and ask him or call him. But this ain't the military episode. Maybe we could do that for Full Metal Jacket if we ever do that.
You ask your grandfather. He's like, did one of your slur friends ask this?
No.
Oh my god.
He really he ain't like that. But that's really funny you bring that up. Anyways, so one of the big things about Men in Black's plot is the fact that, like, you're not seeing just the main character's perspective. You're also seeing the villain's perspective, which I do like. I do like that they do that with the whole. On one hand, you have the bug, or the alien, or whatever, because that's what they call him in the movies. They call him the bug. He's not really, like, I mean, he's obviously an alien, but he's just called the bug. The bug. The spooky.
Apparently, according to if I remember correctly, I remember reading on Wikipedia that his name is Oscar for some reason.
Is that?
Oh my god, foreshadowing?
Oh my gosh. He's Oscar Myers? I do want to...
No, it's a Shark Tale joke.
Oh. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. I thought of Oscar Myers. Oh boy. Oscar Myers is an alien? Oh, that's another thing. I love the fact that, like, when they go to the MIB building, when they go there, there's like a bunch of people who are aliens. And, like, one of them, I think, was... oh, fuck. I know he said Dennis Rodman was one, but, like, there's a... oh, Sylvester Stallone is an alien? Like, he was on the monitor. I noticed that, and I was like, oh my god, that's horrible. Not
Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
I didn't even see him.
Yeah. No, he's on the, like, whenever they show, like, these people are aliens, Sylvester Stallone is one of them.
You know what? It tracks, considering... It tracks considering that Sylvester Stallone killed the dinosaurs in The Fairly Odd Parents, so...
Makes sense. And then I also love the fact that his teacher, that fucking Jay's teacher was an alien, and he was like, I fucking knew it! I knew she was an alien! I thought that was really funny.
Oh yeah, by the way, to any of you watching this, if you're wondering why I'm talking like this... Oh wait, we're probably just staying in the Stranger Things episode. since that'll be before this.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. Shit. Guys, cut that out. Cut that out. Nah, it's not big deal. No, it's...
Memory erase gun.
Yeah, exactly. Get the memory erase gun. Anyways, oh, I guess.
So, did you enjoy our conversation about? So, did you enjoy our episode about Cuphead?
Oh yeah, that was.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, I like the part where we talked about papayas for no reason.
Yeah. Oh, and that 10-minute rant about Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, that was like peak entertainment. Anyways, so one of the one of the things that also that like was really cool was the gadget design. And I know we're still talking about the plot here, and we'll get to designs and everything, but like for the guns, they looked really futuristic while also not overly dramatic. Like the pistols.
Well, they're simple.
Yeah, they're simple, but not like
they're simple but effective weapons.
Yeah, and especially the little cricket. What was it called?
I like the cricket.
Yeah, the little cricket. I love how when like cause like
you know that gun that joke gun actually made it into Enter the Gungeon. It's called the Grass Chopper in Enter the Gungeon.
That's funny. One of the other things I thought was good about the movie, was the fact that like most of the whole guns that they use, like the weapons that they all use, they're sleek and they're clean. They're not, as you said, like they look nice. They look nice. They're not complex. They're sleek. But like continuing for the plot, a lot of like the character, or we'll talk about characters here in a second, because there's only two that I feel really steal the show, and they're the main characters. But the story, the whole plot is like kind of like a mix of like your average alien comes to Earth threatening to destroy it, mixed in with like other B-movie type stuff like Body Snatch, like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I don't know if any of you guys know that movie, but that's
I know of it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah, and then there's also
What about Invasion? What about Invasion of the Buddy Snatchers?
Oh no, not the Buddy Snatchers. And then there's also they're just like a bunch of them. Like the weapons are massive, and they shoot them at this alien and stuff. Also, one of the best things about this movie is also it's kind of like a spy movie to an extent with all the gadgets they have, but it's obviously like they're not fully going for that. They're mostly going for just B-movie stuff. And as Roxy brought up, it's like Ghostbusters.
It feels like. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go right ahead.
It feels kind of like Cloudy with a It feels kind of like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, in that the movie's a tribute to like old B movies.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that, and I just don't think I will say I don't think the plot is like airtight. There's obviously a few problems. Like I think the beginning is a little rushed, but I think overall it is a good plot. Well, that was a nice conversation about the plot, and while I did enjoy that, I think it's time that we now move on to the characters, which obviously the main ones are. What do we think of the characters? Let's just start with that. Roxy, you go first.
I just think they're really fun. In particular, well, okay, obviously the agents and the villain in particular, because they're like the three main characters of the movie. But I also just want to say I really like how they commit to the bit of the bug, like being in human skin and having that actor like move around in fucking weird and uncomfortable ways,
like an alien to a human body. Yeah, I do like that as well.
Yeah, I think that was awesome.
What about you, Sirsplaysalot?
Yeah, they're really cool, and like Roxy pointed out, they showcase how they have to be creative in order to fight against the aliens. Like, the only thing I wish I could think of more examples other than Kay needing to be Vord to get the guns back.
That is funny. We could talk like about little things like that. I mean, I love the whole when we meet Jay and he's at the fucking recruitment office, or like at the recruitment place, and then he looks over and he's like, hey, he's like, oh, Captain America over here. I'll die for my country and all this shit. I thought that was funny. I thought that the shooting the shooting range scene
Yeah, the
was
little
funny.
girl thing, that was
Yeah.
also because he not normally something you would think of.
Yeah, but he's just like, oh, but why does she have that? It's like, obviously it's not that deep, but it's obviously like, you know. There's also the fact that this movie also has a good, like with Jay specifically. I think Jay has some of the best lines in the entire movie. Like, the whole
the two actors. Oh, sorry. The two main actors just play off of each other really well.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're really great chemistry.
I also do love the fact that when they go back and they're talking to the mortician, and she's just like, yeah, I'm kind of trying to deal with something while pointing at the table, and Jade's just like, I see what you mean, and it's
And
like,
he thinks that she's coming on to him.
yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I do also think it's funny that like at the bar, or like whenever we see the bug at one point, like there's the two aliens talking to each other and they're like saying like how there's a bug that landed, and then the bug just so happened to be there and he fucking folded that guy like a lawn chair into the fucking just dead, fucking killed him, and then he just walks over with the food. It's just so horrible, but it's also so good. It's really good with the character dynamic, because like the villain is like, obviously like the villain isn't anything bad. It's just like at the very end he's like, oh, he's actually a full-on threat. Like at the most it's he's just out being a nuisance, but like we don't know what his intentions is until he kills the old guy, and then he's trying to find the galaxy. I like that. Like, I mean, really, when you first see him, and I love the pest guy comes in, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm trying to get rid of these pests." And then like the bug's obviously like ranting. It's like these low life things. And he's like, "Yeah, don't you want them gone?" And he's like, "Oh, I sure do." And he just kills the fucking exterminator.
I like that when he like kills the farmer at the beginning. I like that you can sort of see him in that shot, but it's brief enough that you're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And you don't
What?
even really think about it until the end of the movie, where he rips the skin off.
I love how like when he comes out, he bug's like, drop the projectile, and the farmer's like, you're gonna have to pry it from my dead hands. And he's like, challenge accepted. Yoink, and he just pulls him in and kills him.
Your conditions are acceptable.
Yeah. Oh god, it's just so great.
Very, very poor choice of words.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies where you can just tell everybody had fun making it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If we don't have anything else to say about the characters, do you guys just want to go into the comedy? Just talk about some of the funny jokes and one-liners in this?
Yeah, the comedy's pretty good.
God, yeah, the fucking...
Yeah, because there's not all that much to talk about character-wise. They don't really go through an arc. And once again, it's kind of like Ghostbusters in that nobody really needs to learn anything. It's just there's an enemy, kill it. It's like a video game.
Yeah, and it's great that it does that. And I love, like, some of the funny jokes in the movies is obviously, the farmer's death is fucking funny. I love the fact that, like, every time Agent K talks to someone, they, like, kind of give them, like, a normal, like, he just goes, oh, that was crazy, that happened, like, while talking to him or something. It's, like, the most, like, boring thing. And fucking Agent J just goes, and that's the best you can come up with? Like...
Yeah.
and then, like, whenever he flashes the mortician with the fucking beam, he's like, you're gonna give them fucking brain cancer or something. Which makes it even better. Like, the jokes, like, are great, honestly. It's so funny. Like, I'm trying to think of more.
Is it fair for me to say that it's probably Will Smith's funniest role to date?
I mean,
what else is there to compare?
Shark Tale.
The genie from Aladdin.
I mean, this is like
The genie's on fire, folks.
I'm trying to remember. There was another movie he was in that he was really funny in. Let me see. I mean, Fresh Prince. He's obviously funny in that.
Definitely not looking at Will Smith movies right now.
No.
Oh, I
He
forgot.
was very funny in his starring role in the Oscars.
Yo, dude, that was hilarious. Bad Boys. I heard he was funny in Bad Boys, but I never watched Bad Boys.
What are we? Oh, I just remembered. What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
Yeah, Suicide Squad. He's fucking hilarious.
Isn't he the guy?
Deadshot?
Isn't he the guy that can climb anything?
No, Deadshot.
No, Slipknot's the guy who can climb anything. Will Smith was Deadshot.
Yeah, the guy who can kill Superman with kryptonite. Wait, no, was Deadshot the one who? Oh, whatever. I don't care.
Whatever.
It's
Mixing
fucking
up
Suicide
Deadshot.
Squad.
Yeah. Anyways, but there was another really good joke that I liked. There was that's at the end. I want to save some of the stuff for the end. But like, there was a joke where like Will Smith, he started crushing the bugs, and he was just like, oh, was that your auntie? And
Is that your aunt?
Yeah.
That's your aunt?
Starts crushing them, like he's like tap dancing on them. That was funny. Man, yeah, I would say this is probably one of Will Smith's best comedies. Like, that actually you can watch and enjoy instead of going, what could have been, or, like, why does this even exist? Because, like, Fresh Prince is funny as fuck. I love Fresh Prince. But, like, for a movie, this is obviously, it's condensed down. So, yeah, he's still funny in both.
Yeah.
Both. Like, that's Will Smith doing comedy at his peak. And then you got shit like Suicide Squad or Wild Wild West. Is it Wild Wild West or is it Wild West? Yeah, no, it's Wild Wild. Okay, I was making sure I was right. No, this...
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh, what's up?
Okay, that reminds me of a fun fact. No, do you know that at some point Will Smith was going to be Neo, but
Yeah.
he turned it down for the main role in Wild Wild West instead.
Apparently the reason why...
Who's Neo?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, wait, you meant from The Matrix?
Yeah, he was...
Yes.
Yeah. Which, I think it's fucking hilarious, because he made a video saying, like, the reason why he didn't was because how they gave it to him, and it's like, we're gonna have these multiple cameras on you, and he thought it was really fucking stupid. And I find that hilarious, that, oh, that's too much, but Wild Wild West, man, that sounds like a fucking banger. It's like...
Instant box office hit.
Mm-hmm. And then, there's another... I love the, aliens. Like, some of their lines are funny. Like, especially the ones who are in the fucking cooler room. Just fucking...
Yeah, some of their designs are pretty cool.
I guess...
I liked that the movie starts with an illegal alien joke.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is really true. That is fucked up, but it's also really funny. Also, I love the fact that, like, the one who, like, didn't understand what the fuck was happening, that was the alien. It's like, you would never expect that, but he was. And then, I love whenever you first see the alien dies, it's like a bunch of other cops, and they all scream, and then the guy's like, look at, here, I got all the answers on this. Psh, he just erases her memory. It's like, oh my god.
That's such a good joke,
Yeah.
just that they run with throughout the movie is the memory eraser.
Yeah, I mean, also the fact that Will, like, Jay...
Although I remember reading at... Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, I remember reading at some point that apparently, like, the reason why deer stop in the headlights is because it, like, sort of like temporarily short circuits their brain and memory and stuff. And my first thought was, oh my god, Men in Black in real life.
I mean, that's essentially what it's like.
Mm-hmm. There's also the fact that there's another, like, when Jay first meets, like, an alien, it's like a whole high-speed chase for him. and then like he goes and gets him, destroys his weapon, and then like he puts him against the wall, and he just does a fucking flip, and he's like, "What? Excuse me?" It's like, I thought that was funny, and also the like whenever you first see them chasing at like when you see Jay chasing after him, the alien, uh, the alien jumps down from the bridge, and then Jay jumps onto he jumps onto a bus and he says, "Welcome to New York, black people who fall from everywhere," or it rains black men here, or something like that. And I thought that line was fucking funny, because it's just like, oh god, man, you're saying that in front of everybody. But yeah, no, the line delivery, the comedy is great. I do love a lot of the jokes in this movie. Especially the fact that, like, David Cross! David Cross was in this movie. And I love how,
Wait,
like...
he was?
Yeah, he was the guy at the front desk of the mortician. Of the morgue. Sorry, not the mortician. But he was in the front row when he was, like, letting people in and stuff. And the bug was like, "Oh, I'm here to see a dead guy." He's like, "Okay." Like, that's not helping me.
And then he went on to play an alien in Megamind.
Yeah, exactly. He turned into one. And also, it's so weird seeing David Cross with a wig. Or is that his actual hair? Because it looks so weird. Because, like, that was David Cross. There's no way that wasn't. Because literally when I saw him, I was like, oh my god, David Cross, hell yeah. And then he immediately dies, and I was like, damn, poor David Cross.
He also and also he went on to play an alien in Rick and Morty as well.
Yeah. The ball going around fucking everywhere. He's like, "What's this?" And then it just pew, 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 and then like it goes back. It's like that was the reason for the New York power outage in the 1970s. I was like, "What?"
Once again, there's some things that don't even make sense. Like, why even have that there if some unprecedented causes that much damage?
It's just great. Also, one of the things I also like is the fact that the aliens do have their own language. I think that's such a nice touch. Like, they don't all... Like, there's a translator. And my guess is that they have, like, one with them as well. Like, the aliens, when they come to Earth, they have a translator, and they can, like, learn English that way, too. Which I like. I'm glad that they...
Yeah.
Because, like, in some movies, I think the best example is, like, Guardians of the Galaxy. Everybody speaks English, aside, like, very select few characters. Like, Groot doesn't speak English. He just
like, did fucking Britain colonize the galaxy or something?
I don't know. And then, like, in the Quantum... Like, one thing I can give Ant-Man Quantumania is the fact that when they go down to the Quantum Realm, they have to drink a juice so then they can understand the people around them, because they don't speak English. So, the drink that they take actually lets them translate it. Now, for, like, a game or something, like, for, like, a movie, you can make, like, an excuse of, like, oh, they don't want to just have a language barrier, because then... But it's a nice touch in Men in Black. Is what I'm trying to get at. It's such a nice touch. They totally didn't have to do that, but they did, and I really like it. It just kind of expands the world a little bit more. Mind you, the world of Men in Black doesn't need to be the most down to earth shit, pun intended. But
down to earth.
Also, okay, can I be honest? I legitimately thought that cow was gonna die in the beginning. When you see the cow, just like the farmer's cow, I thought for a minute, and I thought for sure that cow was gonna die.
I think it's a bait and switch, because usually the cow dies in these sorts of movies.
Or usually get abducted. Why is that always a thing? Aliens abduct cows specifically.
I don't know.
It's because people like raid farms and stuff, and like steal body parts off of cattle, and some people thought it was aliens or something, and that it was a conspiracy.
Also, one other thing I really do like about the comedy in this movie that not a lot of people bring up is the visual humor. Like, I don't know why, but like when it shows the outside of the house while the couple are bickering, you just see in the background slowly flying by is the fucking spaceship, and it cracked me up. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
And he says that the only thing that pulls its weight is the trunk, which is
Yeah.
exactly where the ship lands.
That makes it even better. That guy was a dick too to his wife. Like he was yelling at her and like it's like, "Oh, you poisoned this." Which I mean, I don't think.
Because I know it's poison. You're feeding me poison. And
Oh, and
Well, hey, you know what? You know what? At least Will Smith came up with a story that tracks.
yeah.
oh,
All right. Well, I think Sirsplaysalot got us a good point to move on to the designs and visual effects of the movie. So, Roxy, what do you think of the visuals and the designs? What do you think about them?
I think it's great. Like, I mean, some of the aliens just straight up look like people, but to be fair, they're disguised, so that's fine. And then, I like the part where they're like in the headquarters and you just see like a bunch of different species that are never elaborated on, but that's fine because, once again, it's basically just like a place for aliens to hide.
Yeah. And they do look like spaceships, to be fair. What do you think, Sirsplaysalot? What do you think of like the designs and the VFX?
the designs are pretty cool. I like the wide variety of aliens that we see, from small to large. Also, like the practical effects. They're pretty cool
think
looking
it's-
along with
oh, sorry.
along with CGI. Aside from the last bit, which we'll get to later, where suddenly the effects take a nosedive, and it reminds me of Spy Kids CGI.
Well, but how are you gonna do that with practical effects?
Especially in 1997.
Yeah, 1997.
It looks a bit off. But other than that, everything else looks great.
I agree.
I guess you could say it looks. I guess you could say it looks alien.
Yep.
I also think it's a little. I like the designs too, but like, I can definitely like for me, I'm like, oh yeah, these are obviously edited in. Like, I mean, like obviously, time moves by, but like the overall designs of the aliens look cool. Oh my god, I just thought of another joke. Whenever they go to the gun shop, and then they're like, why did he have that gun? It's like, what does he mean by there's going to be a war? He's like, I don't know. And then he's like, damn it! What was the name? Fuck. He's like, damn it! He's like, I don't know! It's like, he just genuinely didn't know. But yeah, like the designs overall and the VFX do look good, especially for the time. Because, I mean, let's be honest, like, computer generation was probably not the easiest thing to do in the 1990s as it is now. But, like, it does look good. I think it looks pretty good for, like, a 1997 movie. And the designs of the aliens, honestly, I don't... Because, like, whenever I think of, like, alien designs, I think of, like, Star Wars or the first Alien, or and Aliens, I guess, as well. Like, the Xenomorphs. What were you going to say, Roxy?
Yeah, I was gonna say something I really like is that the alien that landed that started the organization is just like a stereotypical generic one. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like, oh, you gave the giant man flowers. I thought that line
Yeah,
was
just
also
the
funny.
generic, like, grays, I think they're called. Yeah.
Yeah. It was very...
You can't say that. That's a slur.
That's a slur.
Oh my god. Oh!
You're going to get universally canceled. No!
No, I've been
Great, Sir Play a Lot. Now they're gonna come here and kill us all. You fucking dumbass.
I'm back.
You
I've been
doomed us all.
You doomed us all! No, okay. If you guys... for the viewers out there, Sirsplaysalot left the call for a second. Oh, damn.
But don't worry, I've been uncancelled.
You've been uncanceled. You gave the tall man flowers.
Yeah, did you apologize by giving them flowers?
I love the fact that this.
Oh yes, flowers.
Uh,
Secretly filled with bombs.
oh, you just fully extinct them. Now you can't get canceled. Anyways, I love the designs.
I
They
can't get
do
canceled now because they're dead.
Yeah. I also love how there's like different shapes and sizes for them. There's like some that are like maybe 3 or 4 foot tall. Maybe one's like a couple inches tall, and then there's like big ones. I love that. I love that they are
One of them's just a fucking pug.
exactly. Yeah. Also, I do love the. Oh my god, there's so much about the comedy. The fucking. That's probably the worst looking disguise so far. I mean, he even looks like an alien. He looks like an alien, and then like the fucking pug started talking. It's like, obviously, he wasn't referring to the dog. It's such a great. Again, this movie's comedy is fucking funny. I'm remembering all these jokes. I know I just watched it, but I also just went on a walk, so be a little fair. The designs and the actions they do, it looks really good. Oh, the alien pregnancy with the fucking tentacle baby. That shit cracked me up when I saw that. Also,
Once again, nice foreshadowing because the aliens seem to be catching on to what's about to go down.
Yeah, I do like that too. What were you saying, Sirsplaysalot?
So yeah, the shot with Will Smith being grabbed and tethered around by the tentacle was the only other off-putting effect.
Yeah, but I think it was like the idea was it's in the background. You really fully wouldn't notice it. Like you can say like the perspective of the camera, but like yeah, no, it was fucking funny. It's great. This movie, honestly, like with the visual effects and stuff, or like Blade 1 effects. You know, when we watch Blade 1, that's what it gives me. That's how I feel about it, Like with the visual effects. Which Blade 1 still looks good, aside like a few off-putting moments, but that's how I feel about this movie, That's how I feel about Blade and Men in Black. Like, for visual design. Also, I think that overall, the designs, I think we can all just agree on, is universally pretty good. Even for 2025 standards, it's pretty good. Alright, well, we saved the best for last. We will now be talking about the ending of this movie. Alright, so, Roxy, kick us off.
Okay, I thought it was weird that Kay said that he was training a replacement, because if you were training a replacement, why'd you only train one guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah. My guess with that line was he was trying to find someone like him to kind of take the lead and then recruit someone else to be double partners. Someone that he could probably use and train and get someone as well as him. Because, like, in the beginning of the movie, if I remember correctly, and let me look just to make sure, because I still have the Wikipedia page up. I believe, because I can't remember his name, but there's D, Agent D, my bad. And when Agent D was there, like it was like he retired, and now he retired. Also, I love how they build up to that fact about being retired, like him going to retire at the end. They kind of like slowly hint on it. Like, they slowly hinted that he might be willing to go that way because he has a wife. But at the end, it kind of caught me on guard.
Don't just...
Oh, go ahead, Roxy.
Oh, sorry.
No, go right ahead.
I was gonna say, they don't just pull it out of nowhere and have him be like, oh, I'm too old even though but he still does crazy stuff.
Yeah.
He jumped in the mouth of a giant cockroach.
I think that's one of the things that he's like, I don't want to remember that. Yeah, I guess we can also talk about the boss fight at the end, which I believe... it's so weird to me. Like, I mean, I like how it's done, especially with the fact that Jay tries, like, other ways, but just realized he just had to piss him off long enough so then Kay can get his weapon and blow him up on the inside. But I just think it's kind of crazy. I don't know. I feel like it's a little too quick, but also I love how, and the fact, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you keep going.
Oh, I was going to bring up, I love how in the fact that you could see the bug getting back up in the background while Kay and Jay are on the ground talking. It's like you just see him rise up and then like prepare for his another assault. I thought that was nice. So, I mean, that's all I have to say about that. So go ahead, Roxy.
Okay, what I was gonna say was, I liked it during the climax. They're in like the middle of two intergalactic threats, not just the villain of the movie. There's also the guys who the villain wants to kill her. Like, hey man, if we have to, we're gonna just kill all of you to save ourselves, okay?
Yeah.
So don't let him get away with that.
Yeah, you better stop him. Sirsplaysalot, do you have?
It makes the world feel so, it makes the world feel so much richer
Yeah,
than just, oh, we can't let him escape.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sirsplaysalot, do you have anything you want to say about the ending?
Let's see the final battle is really cool. Like how it was I forgot what's her name. The
Hold on, I'll read it off. Let me find it.
Morticia Adams.
Morticia Adams. Like it was her who ultimately got the final shot and even have her join the team at the end. It was a bit
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
weird with the whole they're inside another galaxy ball thing, which that's the part where I refer to where the budget went down and there's like Spy Kids level effects.
Mm-hmm. The girl's name is Laurel, but
Laurel, my
yeah.
bad.
Yep, and
But
now going by.
We got to talk about her earlier. She's a pretty cool character.
Mm-hmm. I feel like honestly, she feels kind of tacked on for most of it. Like, I mean, yeah, she runs the morgue, but it's like, you know, I don't know. It just feels a little too tacked on. You know what I mean? I don't think like she's a bad character.
They clearly wanted to make a sequel, which they ended up doing, and apparently nobody likes it.
Oh,
But
yeah. Which, I mean, that's another thing I want to bring up is the fact that I've seen the poster for Men in Black 2, and and I see Tommy Lee Jones came back, I believe. Is that right? Let me look at the poster again. Yeah, figured. Which, also, I guess, hold on, I just want to rant about
wait a second. I'm looking at it. Wait, is the poster for Chicken Little a reference to Men in Black 2?
Why? Because it's ass?
Wait, no. Wait a second. Let me send
goodness.
Oh, you mean the DVD cover for Chicken Little?
Yeah, I think it might be a reference to Men in Black 2. That's fucking crazy.
What? Hold on. Men in Black.
Look at this. Look at this. I guess you'll have to edit the picture into the video just so people know what we're talking about. But
no, they have to look it up for themselves. It sucks to be you. No, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
No.
It is.
Oh my god. It is right.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Oh my god. You know what I do remember about Men in Black 2 is that it starts with Patrick Warburton anger and a giant worm that then results in Will Smith doing a fucking subway chase with it.
I am very shocked they actually made.
Patrick Warburton was also in Chicken Little.
I'm actually extremely shocked that they made a sequel to this. I mean, like, you could say, like, oh, well, they probably planned on it. But, I mean...
No, well, I mean, they clearly planned on making a sequel, but the fact that Tommy Lee Jones comes back makes it obvious that something happened during the production of Men in Black 2 where they had to, I guess, go back on the ending of the first one.
For a moment, I thought you were talking about they made a sequel to Chicken Little.
No, we're talking Men in Black.
I would watch the shit out of a Chicken Little too.
Oh, I didn't even know. Hold on one second.
Did you ever see the...
We're back! Okay, so, I want to ask this real quick. Sorry about the weird interruption. I want to ask you guys...
Yeah, we're back!
Yeah, we're back!
A dinosaur story.
About the ending, another thing about the ending, is the fact that, like, the ending of the movie, you know, where he retires. Did they state in the movie that he was in a coma, or like that was the lie? They told him was like that he was
Yeah.
in a coma. Okay. Because I saw it and I was like, oh, he was in a coma. That was the lie. Okay. Which, I mean, it didn't ruin anything. I was just wondering. Do we have anything else we want to say about the ending before we give our final thoughts and ranking?
No.
Amazing commentary right there.
uh, do you, bro?
No, I like that it's set up. I like that it's set up that bugs being looked down upon by other life forms, as in like I guess the small ones that infest places. I like that them being looked down upon and exterminated is like throughout the movie used as like a thing that makes the villain unreasonably angry.
Mm-hmm.
Like they set that up. Well, no, it's not unreasonably angry, I guess, if he is a bug, but you know what I
Valid
mean.
crash out.
It-
Yeah. Sorry.
I like that they set that up, and also because it does two things. One, it sets up the climax. Two, it shows how much of a threat he is because he just fucks everyone up who does that.
Exactly. All right. I don't have anything else I want to say. So we will now give our final thoughts and ranking. Do we have anything else fully that we want to talk about the movie? Like anything else? Because if we don't, we'll give our ranking, and we'll start with Roxy. Roxy, you go right ahead, and then Sirsplaysalot to me. We all know that, but okay.
I think. Oh yeah. Also, it's. I think it's cool as well that like once again, this movie was clearly like a big success and influential because there's literally an entire Rick and Morty episode dedicated to like the small galaxy idea.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool that happens, and also and there's also a joke in that same show where they get their memory erased by like where they get their memory erased, and the one thing Rick can remember is that Men in Black 2 sucks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all right. Well, also, never mind. I guess we'll talk about that when we actually get to it. Maybe. Who knows? I was gonna ask about the fourth movie, but we're not there yet.
That's the only other one I've seen.
The fourth movie was
Oh
Chris Hemsworth.
God!
Weirdly enough, I watched
Can we,
that
like,
before the first one.
Can we like not watch that?
Oh, come on. You know you would love it. You don't lie.
The one with the discount acorn from Battle for fucking Neighborville.
Well, what would you rank the show out of 10 then, Roxy?
I mean, I know it has problems, but I'd still give it like a 10.
A 10. Damn, that's extremely high. Alright, so you give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Like, once again, I know it has problems, but, like, it's such a good comedy, I don't fucking care.
Alright. Sirsplaysalot. What's your final, any final thoughts you have?
Yeah, it's a real fun comedy. Not much, like, I guess, thematic through line. But it's a fun movie, so didn't really need that. So, a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. My final thoughts. I like it. Funny. Haha. Don't have anything else really to say about it. Other than, it's just a really good movie. And highly recommend anybody who's listening to this episode. You should have watched the movie before you watched this episode. Now look like now you got egg on your face. If I had to give this movie a ranking,
edit that into the beginning. Actually,
put in if you haven't watched this movie, we go over spoiler. Yeah, I'll put a spoiler warning.
I mean, given that it's a comedy, so spoiling the jokes actually just like makes it not a good watch.
Yeah, I agree. My final ranking is a 8 out of 10 for this movie. Pretty good comedy. It's not my top. It wouldn't be like in my top 10 favorite movies of all time, but you know, it's great. Funny as fuck. Not that long either. It's only like an hour and 30 minutes. So.
Oh yeah, it gets right to the point.
Yeah, which I like, even though I just think that the beginning is a little too fast paced. But, anyways, okay.
This is the part where we tell them about the next few episodes.
Yep, it's time that we talk about the next few episodes. Well, by the time of us recording this, we have not recorded last episode, so go watch that episode again just to make us feel better. I guess I don't fucking know. Currently, episode 9.
Watch it, or I'll turn your world upside down.
Yeah. All right. Well, so episode 9. I think we can reveal episode 9. That will be next week, and I'm excited for this one because we haven't recorded this one either. But you know, episode 9. Oh wait. Oh, I guess. Hold on. Well, that's fine. Episode 9 will be Plants vs. Zombies, the video game. That was also on one of our top 10 games lists. I bet you'll never guess which one. But that's...
I mean, that will be already out by the time
we
upload this.
Yeah, go watch it to see which one it is. Which one has
Actually, you know what, guys? You know what, to all you watching this video, I have something. Okay, so I want you to look into this device. It'll tell you and flashes the button. Okay, so what I want you to do is like watch every episode of this podcast. It's really good.
Yeah, it's really great.
So and give us money.
Yeah, donate to our we don't even have a Patreon. Never mind. Okay. Not only is it just a normal episode of the podcast, this will be the first podcast episode where we will have a guest. That being a guy who exists, aka, in my opinion, the Plants vs. Zombies connoisseur. Because, my God, Guy knows a lot about PvZ. So, we will have Guy in episode 9. So, be excited for that. Episode 10 will be the top 5 best sequels list. We will be having that because every 5 episodes is a special episode. Episode 11 will hopefully be Spirited Away. We'll let you know if that changes next episode or the episode after, if episode 11 changes. But so far, Guy picked Spirited Away. So, we'll be...
Guy!
Sorry.
Did you just say fucking Guy again?
I was doing no, I fell back into the loop. To be fair, I was just
all over again.
No, hey, it's not that bad. I really was fucked up that episode. But Sirsplaysalot picked Spirited Away.
Okay. You know what, audience? Look in this device.
No, not again.
Okay, say that again.
Okay. But yeah, Sirsplaysalot picked Spirited Away. We'll be talking about Spirited Away. Hopefully for episode 11. So, hopefully you guys will be excited for that as well. Episode 12 will be Family Guy Season 1. Which originally, I guess I could say it anyways. Originally, this episode was going to be Family Guy Season 1. But the fact that we did Stranger Things Season 1, I don't think we should do 2 shows congruent of each other. Because that's a lot of sitting down watching it compared to watching one show in a movie. And then episode 13 will be Donkey Kong Country Returns, hopefully, ? That's still up in the air. I do have a backup idea if we don't get to it. If we can't get to Donkey Kong Country Returns. Because me and Roxy own it.
Same with me. I have a backup idea if we can't do Spirited Away.
Alright, yeah. See, we plan these things in advance. You'll know, it's like, when next episode goes out, we 100% have it. Like, whenever the episode before it comes out, like, our schedule's right. Because episode 9 will be the Plants vs. Zombies episode. And then episode 15 and episode 20 are picked, but those are picked by RoxyReviews and Sirsplaysalot. So, if you guys want to reveal what episode 15 and 20 will be, you guys can. You don't have to, if you would rather wait. But Episode.
I think we should let episode 20 be a surprise.
Okay, we can let it be a surprise. Also, we do have a few other ideas for episodes, but obviously, we're not going to go. Oh yeah, we're gonna say it. Like we have ideas, but we don't know if we're fully committed to those ideas yet. All right.
Yeah.
So that's what we have so far. Real quick, just very quickly here. I gotta find it again. Oh my god. Episode 9 will be Plants vs Zombies with Guy Who Exists. Episode 10 will be the top 5 best sequels list. Episode 11 will be Spirited Away. Episode 12 will be Family Guy Season 1. Episode 13 might be Donkey Kong Country Returns. So, hopefully you all will stay tuned for those. I'm thinking about continuing to make these premiere, like their premiere, so then there's a live chat and then you guys can talk. I really liked when I did that for Crash Bandicoot. I thought it was awesome. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys in the next episode. So, that's all we have for this episode of the Vulture Culture Podcast. Thank you to my two co-hosts, RoxyReviews and Sirsplaysalot, for joining us. I'll have all their socials down below in the comments. And also, check out my stuff while you're down there. I mean, you can. Check out all of our stuff. What are you doing? Stay tuned for the next episode. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching or listening, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
Uh